Hello, welcome to all you Libras. This is your first monthly horoscope of the year of 2021 of January. So, welcome to this little video, compact, concise, precise. Take what resonates with you and what's going on. Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about your ruler, Venus in an earth sign, Mars in an earth sign, being together with Uranus and Lilith, and then Mercury retrograde. These are a bit, so no eclipses there, no really the biggest events of the world. But let's have a look what this means when you have Libra energy, the sun in Libra, the moon, or your ascendant in Libra. Well, let's start with the good news. There is a lot of emphasis on your fifth house, and the fifth house is the house of romance, it's the house of children, it's the house of your hobbies, the things that you do that you like, it's the house of your own projects. So it's a fellow air sign, and that is the sign of Aquarius. So I've been talking about Jupiter and Saturn being there, entering there in December already. So putting an emphasis on these topics to expand it, but also to consolidate in a way. But now you're going to have Mercury there as well in Aquarius. And Mercury is the planet of communication. And at the end of the month, so the 30th, the 31st of the month, it's going backwards. So it's the Mercury retrograde. So that means for you Librans, matters of the heart, love relationships, children, but also your own project, maybe your own business that you want to start. This is all reassessment time. So the real changes are best to take after this retrograde, which is around the 22nd of February. But so towards the end of the month, you will feel that things are there to reassess. So on a level of, it could be your one of your children that is going through a different phase, or is going through some changes there, and you kind of talk with them to understand them better. When it comes to projects, your own business, your projects, it could mean that you're having adjustments there to make. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, although a lot of people find it annoying. But this energy goes well with your Libra energy. So you would be fine to reassess that. So in the future, you can have more, in a positive way, understanding that this is for your own good. And of course, on a level of love, this could mean that there is someone there that when you are single that you could fall for, very mercurial, a kind of person, but also Jupiterian, Saturnial. And that means a very clever person, a very where communication is very important, but also where giving each other space, because it's in Aquarius, and friendship can be super important. Now, as it goes retrograde, don't think that old lovers are coming back and whatnot. It could be, of course, some of you, it could be, but again, I mean, we have a free will. You don't have to be afraid of that. Lots of clients are, they're gonna come back. We decide whether we want them back or not. I mean, we do have free will, remember. The energies are there, but we do have free will. But for most of you who are single, there could be someone appearing that you are going to reassess. So like in the beginning of a relationship, it is normal, isn't it? That first you get to know them, you have a certain perspective, you have a certain idea of them, and then you get to know them better, and some ideas were correct and some weren't. For good or for worse, it depends. That's going on here with the Mercury retrograde. But definitely a nice energy there when it comes to connections from the heart. Now, all the rest is your ruler Venus is in an earth sign of Capricorn at the deepest point of your horoscope. So in the fourth house, very emotional house. And it goes well with the Mars that just entered Taurus on the 7th of the month in your 8th house, another water house. So a lot of emphasis on emotions, a lot of emphasis on deep emotional well-being. And as it is in earth signs, and as they go well together, these energies, it will be a grounding time for Librans. So if you're really lacking a bit of grounding there when it comes to the emotions, this is going to improve. On the more mundane level, it could be money, it could be, with the Venus and the Mars there, definitely with Mars in the eighth house, it can mean that you're getting active to change your financial situation. If you have investments, or if you have, for instance, a house together with another person, if you have money that you share with other people, and how you want to improve this and liberate yourself here, because this Mars is very active in your eighth house. It's going to connect around the 20th with Uranus and Lilith. So this is about, I want to free myself up here. And with Venus there in the fourth house, it feels good. You feel emotionally strong enough to do so. So what could it be? It could mean that you bell a house, that you sell your house, for instance, or again, when you're watching these videos and you say, Veerle, selling my house and only have a house, then of course it's not resonating with you, right? Take what is resonating with your story. But it could mean selling and buying one of these, and because the fourth house and the eighth house has to do with money that you share, has to do the fourth house with literally your house. So it could mean something like that. But as I said, for a lot of people, it's about creating more emotional stability. And I've been talking about this quite a while for you Librans, because you had some tough planets there in Capricorn with Saturn there, and Pluto there still, but now it's Venus. So Venus is nice energy. It means feeling at home, so to speak. So you can definitely enjoy that. Having said that, thank you so much for listening. All the best to you out there. I invite you to use the opportunities to get towards that emotional stability and grounding, which is going to give you a lot of energy for the month after this. Anyways, having said that, thank you so much and see you next time. Bye-bye.